to thank everybody for supporting me. It's been a big comeback. This is my second comeback. And they thought I'd be done, but April 16th, you're going to see I'm going to get that WBA belt so I can be the IBF WBC champion of the world. And then we're going to go get the other one, too.
Go unify it. That's right.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, did I hear what I thought I just heard? Did I hear what I thought I just heard? Did I hear Errol Spence Jr. just say that he's going to go beat Ugas and then go for the WBO belt? Because if he goes for the WBO belt, that would mean that he's got to fight Terence Crawford. And I got to be honest with you people. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to this program, all right, I never in my wildest dreams ever believed that Errol Spence Jr. wanted the WBO belt. And I'll be honest with you, he's in his hometown. You know, I think he was at an amateur boxing show or something like that. I don't know where he was at, but it was a good little speech. It sounds great. I still don't believe him. I still don't believe Errol Spence. I don't. Because the reality is that, you know, he may even want to fight. Listen, he may want to fight Terence Crawford. But the reality is this. PBC don't want him to fight Terence Crawford, right? They don't want him to fight Terence Crawford because, you know, all the things he said in the past, you know, with the side of the street nonsense and moving the goalposts, it's kind of like the American version of Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Yes, Amir Khan versus Kell Brook eventually happened, and we saw what happened to Amir Khan. So hopefully, you know, for Spence's sake, he doesn't suffer the same fate because, you know, truth be told, if this winds up happening and they fight at a date where fans aren't as interested as they were in the past, like Khan and Brook, then I think he's going to be Khan in the situation, and Terence Crawford will be Kell Brook. But listen, I all you can do, look, I want to try to be optimistic. I'm going to try to not talk bad about Errol Spence because I like Errol Spence. I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. I met the guy in real life. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a nice person. I don't think there's anything bad about Errol Spence. But over the last, I don't know how many years now, he's clearly shown he don't want the fight. And I still believe, hand on heart, that, you know, PBC, Al Heyman, and all parties involved have things in place to steer Spence away from Crawford, such as, you know, fighting, you know, maybe like the Styones Butiev winner, who I believe will be WBA mandatory because that's a WBA eliminator on the undercard of Spence Ugas. So there's that option. There's the Keith Thurman pay-per-view. There's a number of options out there for Spence. I think Lucas Santamaria, I don't know if Santamaria is a mandatory, but he won an eliminator as well. So maybe he'll be fighting for a chance to fight Errol Spence in the future. You know, there's a lot of options for Errol Spence. He's got multiple belts. So multiple belts comes multiple mandatories. If he wins the belt against Ugas, that's another belt, which means that's another mandatory, and that's just more boxing minutia, more boxing politics that'll make it difficult for us to get an undisputed welterweight champion. Along with the fact that, you know, Terence Crawford is going to want a lot of money because he's used to being paid a lot by Top Rank. Errol Spence is going to want a lot of money because he makes good money with PBC, and this is a big fight. So there's a lot of moving parts, and I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We've seen Errol Spence sing like a canary and changes too many a times when it comes to Terence Crawford. And while this all sounds good, while I would love to believe the best and believe that it is going to happen, for my own mental health and clarity, I'm going to have to just not believe anything Errol Spence says, because these fighters, they're up and down. One day they want to fight a certain opponent, the next day they don't. 1 minute they're the hungry young 15-0 contender chasing the champion. Then when they become the champion, they became the things that they talked against, like Spence. Like Spence used to always talk about Keith Thurman moving the goalposts and Keith Thurman saying, get a belt and I'll fight you. And then Keith Thurman would move the goalposts and say that Errol Spence is not on my immediate to-do list. And then he would throw a fit when it came to Thurman. But when he got in that position, he did the same thing to Crawford. So he became everything he spoke out against. So, you know, excuse me if I don't believe everything that comes out of Errol Spence Jr.'s mouth when it comes to the subject of him fighting Terence Crawford. You know, but look, fingers crossed. Hopefully this fight can happen if Errol Spence, and I got to say if, because Ugas is no cakewalk. He might fuck around and just lose Ugas. Ugas might blow up all those plans. I think there's not a big chance of that. I think Spence is. I'm gonna say that Spence is a. I would say that fight is. The way I look at that fight is like 70-30 Spence's favor, but, you know, it's a good fight. Ugas is a live underdog, and I wouldn't write him off, but, you know, I think Spence should go in there and get the job done. But, yeah, that's the news. Errol Spence Jr. flapping his gums saying that he wants to fight Terence Crawford. So we're going to put this video out there for documentation purposes, and we will see how this ages. Hopefully, I can look back and say, thank God he was a man of his word, like Oscar Valdez was with Shakur Stevenson. So you guys can leave your comments down below. What do you think of Errol Spence Jr. saying he wants the WBO belt after he beats Ugas? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God bless.